Here on the New Year's special, one of our favorite people in the Daverhood. She is a writer, has done bios of many, many musicians, and she is a musician herself and rather expert on the ukulele, of all things. It's the wonderful SYLVIE Simmons, and she's back with us in the Daverhood. Welcome back, SYLVIE. How are
Hey
you?
there. Happy New Year. It's so good to see your smiling face.
Oh, yours as well. You kind of mentioned that 2024 was not a wonderful year for you, but any funny or good things that happened, or bad things that you can laugh about
Oh,
now?
it
Yeah.
will inspire some wonderful, sad songs. But nonetheless, everything's fine now. I am living down in Tucson, Arizona. I moved down here from San Francisco, where a summer will be 65 degrees. If you're lucky, it's warm as that. And having 112 degrees every day for 100 days. So I'm slightly more wizened probably than I was last year. But it's great down here. And my big moment this year was taking a javelina for a walk.
A javelina is kind of a big pig, isn't it?
It was, but I forgot my glasses and I was out and they don't have many street lights. It was a night walk. And I thought, that's an ugly dog. I'll befriend it. And we walked together for 5 whole long blocks before we were parted by a woman pulling up in a car saying, "Are you all right, madam?" And I'm like old enough to be a madam now. And so I said, "Yeah, I'm fine." And I couldn't understand it. She was like objecting to my dog that I was walking with. And then it all ended. It ran away.
Oh yeah,
So,
that's lucky. I mean, or unlucky if it got hit by a car somewhere with a javelina walking around in Tucson. Made you move to Tucson, by the way?
well, it's very boring. I decided I had enough of San Francisco and I was the very proud owner of a condo there. And I thought, well, I'll sell it. Everybody in the world will want to have my condo, but so far, no good. So here I am, back to my roots, which weren't actually uh, in this area, but it just feels like I'm kind of coming to a whole new world of
So,
very
so
nice.
let me ask you, in terms of writing and or songwriting, what are we looking forward to you in 2025? From you in 2025?
Well, I'm hoping I can do another album. One of the reasons for coming here was that I made my albums in Tucson with the members of Giant Sand and surrounding districts. One great thing about Tucson is that it's got this fantastic, almost like underground art world that it's kind of not that difficult to penetrate. There's no sort of snobbery or anything. And I'm really looking forward to doing shows down here. But also, I'm still writing for good old Mojo and other magazines. And
So you have to tell us, whom did you interview or write about? Because you wrote a very well-known book about Leonard Cohen, like the biography of Leonard Cohen. But whom
the
have you been writing
Bible.
about? Yeah, for Mojo.
What am I doing for Mojo?
Yeah, like recently, like past few months.
Well, these things are so ongoing. I forget. I think the last thing was sending out the my top albums and my top what do you call it, documentary films of the year and all of those things. So I think I remember that.
All right, well, I'll tell you what. Tell you what. I'll flip the question. What are your one or two top albums of 2024?
Well, two, I guess, that might have been a bit unexpected. One of them was Linda Thompson Proxy Music. You know, Linda Thompson of Linda and
Richard
Richard
Thompson? Yeah,
Thompson.
sure. Yeah, yeah.
She cannot sing anymore. She has various like health problems in the way that Linda Ronstadt can't sing anymore, poor love. But she wrote these wonderful, wonderful songs and basically shanghaied everybody, like her ex-husband and her kids and everybody to sing them. And it's absolutely wonderful. And she called it proxy music because they were doing her songs by proxy, very clever. Oh, we Brits, we love puns. And but she decided that she would copy the Roxy music cover, sleeve cover of like being dressed up as a sexy lady. And she's in her 70s. And
All right, you can still be sexy in your 70s, you know.
oh, I'm hoping. I'm hoping. So yeah, this one I loved, and I also loved the new Gillian Welsh album with David Rawlings, and it's their first as a kind of the duo on the front on sleeve, as the credit. It's their first in like 13 years of new material. So what a brilliant comeback for them.
Oh,
So
great.
I loved the John Cale album because I love miserable British men. And so yeah, it's been really great. And I went to see the Bob Dylan
Oh, the
documentary.
film. How was it?
oh my God, I loved it. But like any rock journalist, my one side of my left side of my brain was going, that didn't happen. That didn't happen. No, not then. That was then. And then the other part of me is like, oh, this is so good. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
So definitely
There's
go
actually a
see it
scene, isn't there
without
a
a
scene
rock
in the
journalist.
film where Al Cooper brings a javelina into the music studio at CBS?
They totally cut that. It was so
How
unfortunate. I was watching for it, you know.
I know. Anyway, Sylvie Simmons, we will be watching for you in 2025 for hopefully your next new album and all the things that you're writing for Mojo Magazine. It is a pleasure always to have you happy and healthy and Tucsonian in the neighborhood. Happy New Year
And
to you.
really good to see you. See you next year. Bye.
Bye bye.